Army versus Marines. Who actually takes, opens, and defends airbases? Most people think airbases are simple, a runway, a few hangars, jets coming and going. But in war, an airbase is one of the most complex, vulnerable, and strategically valuable pieces of terrain and real estate on Earth. And here's the truth almost nobody understands. The Army, the Marines, and the Air Force all play completely different roles in taking, opening, and defending these bases. Today, we're breaking down who actually does what and why the Air Force needs ground forces at all. Let's break it down. Seizing the airfield, Army and Marines. When an airfield is held by the enemy, the job of taking it and/or taking it back falls on the Army and the Marine Corps. Army Rangers have airfield seizure as a core mission. Marine infantry can storm, clear, and secure expeditionary airfields. Army infantry, airborne units, and armored forces can expand the lodgment, reinforce the airfield, and defend it against their enemy. These units are built for assault, maneuver, and close combat. They fight their way in, clear the objective, and establish control of the ground. But here's the part most people miss. Taking the airfield is a combat mission. Opening the airfield is an aviation mission. You can own the ground, but without combat controllers, large-scale tactical air operations become far more difficult. Once the runway is open, the Army and Marines are free to break away and push forward with their missions. Opening the airfield, Air Force Special Warfare. Once the Army or Marines secure the ground, the mission shifts to the Air Force, specifically Combat Controllers, CCT, and Special Reconnaissance, SR. These airmen do what no other branch is trained or authorized to do. Survey the runway, mark landing zones, establish air traffic control, assess runway damage, coordinate incoming aircraft, integrate precision strike, manage airspace, bring the airbase online. This is called global access, and it's an Air Force responsibility. The Army and Marines don't train for this because it's not their mission. They seize the airfield. The Air Force opens it. Without CCT and SR, the airfield is just captured terrain, not a functioning airbase. Defending the airbase, Army in wartime, Air Force in peacetime. Once the airbase is open, someone has to defend it. Here's the reality. In major wars, the Army defends airbases because they have manpower, heavy weapons, artillery, armor, the ability to repel large-scale ground attacks. Air Force security forces are not organized or equipped to defeat a large mechanized assault without support from Army or Joint Combat Forces. They're not designed for that. In low-intensity environments, the Air Force security forces handle perimeter security, patrols, internal defense, law enforcement, small unit threats, checkpoints, CPs. They protect the base, but they are not an infantry force. Why the Air Force needs ground units? This is the heart of the confusion. People ask, why does the Air Force even have ground forces? Here's the answer. Air power collapses without ground integration. These are Air Force responsibilities under joint doctrine. Control the airspace, coordinate strikes, open runways, bring aircraft into denied territory, recover downed pilots. Pararescue handles personnel recovery, a mission assigned to the Air Force under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, Department of Defense Policy, and Air Force Doctrine Publication, EFDP 3-50. These are Air Force missions. Therefore, the Air Force must have Air Force ground units. They're not trying to be Rangers, Marines, or SEALs. They're enabling air power, something no one else is structured to do. The bottom line, the Army and Marines seize the airfield. The Air Force turns it into a functioning airbase. In major wars, Army ground forces provide the combat power needed to defend air installations. In lower threat environments, Air Force security forces protect and secure the base. 3 branches, 3 different missions, 1 objective: keep air power alive. Because capturing an airfield is only the beginning. An airbase isn't just a runway, it's the beating heart of a campaign. Keeping air power alive supports ground forces and wins wars. This is the Sentinel Brief. Leave your thoughts below. Like, share, and subscribe for clear, fact-based military analysis. Thanks for watching.